Who doesn't like a good old hamburger or fries, right? Yep, we all do. Today we are going to talk about fast food. When we say fast food, it is generally associated with the trio of burger, fries and a cold drink, and they are highly delicious. So why are these fast foods so delicious and damaging? Let's have a look. Fast food can be easily regarded as addictive. When it first appeared in 1940s, it was mainly bread and meatball. In progress of time, fast food chains started looking for a way to increase the taste and thus the sales of the burgers. Therefore, burgers started evolving in these years, and that was the turning point. Fast food chains made some smart changes since they thought that the burgers must be tastier in order to increase the sales. Especially in order to exploit the addictive feature of the sugar, they started adding sugar to the bread, to the sauce and even to the meat. Another change they made was to increasing the amount of the salt in these foods, especially adding MSG, meaning monosodium glutamate, which is a flavoring salt. Both normal salt and MSG has a stimulant and savoring effect in the brain. After a while, hamburger evolved into cheeseburger. With addition of cheese, the taste increased, yet the amount of saturated fat went up as well. Now, is it acceptable to eat a delicious burger but not eating a tasty fries along? Of course not. Fried potatoes are cooked using fat in some countries and using oil in some others. No matter what kind, fats that reach to high temperatures turn into trans fats. Potato is a food that soaks the fat up quintessentially. Restaurants use plenty of salt for potato fries as well. So here we are with a delicious burger and French fries. So what about a cold drink? Yep, another about 200 or 300 calorie load. Besides those, some enticing additions like chicken wings, cheese sticks, onion rings, ice creams and the like. And medium-size hamburger, potato fries and drink are approximately 1,200 calories. If you choose large size, that amount might go up to 2,000 calories. In these calories, there are 45 grams saturated fat, lots of salt and about 150 grams carbohydrates, mostly coming from the sugar. 1,200 calories are about the half of the daily calorie need of an average person. So, one single meal is almost the half of your daily calorie need. But more importantly, the addictive sugar, fat and salt trio in this menu. When this trio come together, which is addictive separately, the addictive effects increase incrementally. We can call these death trio. Do not misunderstand. We are not saying we should write off these foods from our lives completely. As we mentioned earlier, dose is everything. A moderate amount of fast food or dessert consumed once in a while may not do any significant harm. Yet, if it becomes a nutritional habit, meaning consuming 3 or 4 times a week, these harming effects starts manifesting themselves. Let's have a look at what happens when we consume a fast food menu. The first important change in our body when we eat a fast food meal is the instant increase in the blood sugar. That increase is more apparent in the people with insulin resistance and diabetes. The second important change is the increase in fat, especially in triglycerides. This is called lipemia. Blood with increased fat loses fluidity and the tendency of clotting increases. Another change in the body after fast food is the increase in the amount of salt in the blood. Increased salt in the blood leads to edema and an increase in the blood pressure for the people with high blood pressure. The other important thing that fat, salt and sugar trio does is that it causes inflammation. Especially the inflammation occurred in the veins leads to endothelial dysfunction, meaning a deterioration in the enlargement and narrowing ability of the veins. It might even trigger heart attacks in the people who have inclination. As you can see, even one single fast food menu can cause important changes in the short term. We will focus on the effect in the medium and long term. Studies show that people who have a nutritional habit of fast food have a less healthy lifestyle and move less. When all these factors come together, the elements of the perfect storm is complete and they turn all the balances upside down. Morgan Spurlock, who is an American documentary film producer, made a movie about fast food called Supersize Me in 2004. For this documentary, he ate 3 meals a day from a famous fast food chain for 30 days. At the end of 30 days, Spurlock gained about 24 pounds, his blood sugar and cholesterol increased rapidly and he experienced fatty liver, almost causing a serious dysfunction of the liver. Interestingly, During this experiment, he experienced hunger crisis between the meals and depressive attacks after a while. Towards the end, the doctors said that they were worried and he needed to end this. Yet, he continued. It is exemplary documentary film. We add the link to the description if you want to watch. It is not that hard to comprehend the long-term effects of fast food. The most important changes observed when we consume high-calorie foods containing sugar, salt and fat in high quantity are following: gaining weight and obesity, insulin resistance and diabetes, dyslipidemia meaning an increase in blood fat and cholesterol, fatty liver, inflammation and depression. Studies show that the correlation between diabetes, hypertension and inflammation and fast food. Obesity and chronic diseases based on fast food consumption threats especially the children and the young. These chronic diseases observed in young ages come to a point that it pushes the budget of the health in some countries. The experts observing that suggest informing the society about it, putting extra tax on fast food and restriction for giving license to fast food restaurants near schools in some countries. In this video we basically focused on fast food menus consisting of burger, fries and drink. Yet, other menus including potato and chicken, pizza and the like could be regarded as fast food as well and equally harmful. Unfortunately in modern world, fast food is a part of our lives. Suggesting to never eat them is not practical. Yet, taking into consideration of the effects we mention, it is rational to consume them in a moderate amount. Until I see you in the next video, stay healthy and happy.